Hey, how's it going? Checking in for today with a couple of things to report on for progress towards the speaking goals. And actually, before I go into that, I did think just the other day about the whole goals thing that I set up at the beginning of the year. And I wasn't planning on really going into it today, but I will make a note to kind of talk about it a little bit tomorrow because it was quite an interesting revelation, shall we say. So yes, I will come back to that one tomorrow. Mental note. But yeah, today, so I had a really good call with another company this morning who are potentially interested in doing this sort of local combination of live in-person workshop with online follow-up implementation program. And I've got 3 companies at the moment now looking to potentially do this in January, and well, this is the 3rd company. I really want to kind of get this going, and so I've sent the proposal over and done all that business, and I was going to wait for them to kind of come back to me to say yay or nay, basically, and that should hopefully be either back part of this week or early next week. So that was good. I felt quite buzzing after that call as well. And second thing is I had a meeting this afternoon over in Oxford at one of the Oxford colleges, and this was the first time I've kind of met up with the college on after a conversation that probably started literally the end of May, beginning of June. And this is a really good example of one of these conversations that if you've been following these videos for any time, you'll have you've probably seen and heard me talk about the frustration I've had with the ridiculously slow speed some things happen at, and these conversations that and processes that just get drawn out over long periods of time, literally months and months. I mean, this is 5 months ago. I started these conversations, and we just got together and had a conversation, a proper face-to-face conversation about it. For many good reasons. It's just been one of those things, and it's just this was the only timeline that could possibly have happened. It wasn't because people hadn't been getting back to me. It was just waiting for this, waiting for that, and here we are, and still potentially months away from anything happening, if it happens at all. So, but that said, it was still quite a productive conversation. Kirsten from Camwell came with me as well, and we kind of looked at. I shared the experience that I've had with one of the other Oxford colleges that I worked with last year when I produced an online, pretty much exclusively online, with a bit of live presentation, wellbeing program for them, and looking at doing something. Not, I wouldn't say similar, but certainly putting on some kind of wellbeing program for the students of this college, but in a very different way, with a very different approach, and hence why I wanted to bring Kirsten in with me as well today. So that was a pretty productive part of the day, and I've a few other little bits and bobs, more conversation follow-ups, and all these little bits, these little emails, these little messages that I've been sending throughout the last few months, the last 10, 11 months. It feels like some of them are finally starting to come to fruition. So just got to kind of hold my nerve for a little bit longer, and hopefully over the course of the next couple to 3 weeks, I should get some answers, some positive feedback, whether or not this is going to go ahead for January with some of these prospective clients or not. And if the answer is no, sorry, we're not going to do it, and I feel like I've put all the work in, and I've come up with a proposal, and they're interested, and I've got a fair price, and it's still no, then, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But hey, I am where I am, and with a lot of these conversations, there's nothing else that I can do at this point, apart from maybe a nudge if I think it's taking a little bit longer than it should be taking, just to find out if there's anything else that I need to give them to help them with that decision-making process. Anyway, that's me for tonight. I'll be back in again with another check-in tomorrow. Bye for now.